In this video, we will be looking at solving systems using the substitution method. Our essential question: how can we solve a system using substitution? Let us start with an example problem. X plus 2y equals -5, and 3x minus y equals 13. Alright. For the purposes of assisting in notation for the rest of this problem, I'm going to call this one equation 1 and this one equation 2. So we see it is a system. There are two equations and they have the same variables, x and y, in both cases. Alright, using the substitution method, we will start step 1. Solve one equation for one variable. Okay, so I'm going to solve one of these equations for one of the variables. It could be x or y in either one. So which one should I choose? Well, I should choose the one that's easiest to solve for. And the one that's easiest to solve for will be the one that has 1 as a coefficient. Here I see it's just 1x. So in this case, I'm going to solve equation 1 for variable x. I'm rewriting equation 1 at this time. X plus 2y equals -5. Now I'm simply going to solve for this x. In order to solve for this x, I will subtract 2y on both sides. 2y subtracts 2y, leaving x. These are unlike terms, so I will leave it just like I see it, -5 minus 2y. If you chose to write -2y minus 5, that's an equivalent statement on the right, an equivalent expression on the right side. Again, why did I choose to solve for this x? Because it left just one step. If I tried to solve for this y, I would subtract the x and then I would have a division step. Likewise for this x in equation 2 or this y in equation 2. So I have solved one of the equations for one of the variables. Step 2. Substitute that result into other equation. Alright, so I have x is equal to -5 minus 2y. I'm going to take that result and substitute it into equation 2. This is equation 1 rewritten. I'm now going to come with equation 2. Equation 2 says 3x minus y equals 13. Well, here I have the variable x. Well, on the right side of my equation, I know x is equal to this. So I'm going to take -5 minus 2y and substitute it right here in place of x. So equation 2 becomes 3 instead of x, open parentheses, substituting this expression, -5 minus 2y, because that's what x is, and then leave the rest of the equation the same, minus y equals 13. I have simply substituted in place of x what I knew x to be, this expression. So this is new to us. Previously we've done substitution, but only a constant, or typically a constant. Here we're substituting an entire expression in place of x. Now I'm going to solve. So substitute that result into the other equation and solve. Alright, I'm going to solve for y. Distributing my 3 leaves -15. 3 times minus 2y will be a minus 6y. Subtract y equals 13. Combining like terms leaves negative 15. Negative 6 minus 1y will be a minus 7y equals 13. Solving for y, I'll add 15 on both sides. The 15's cancel, leaving a negative 7y on the left. 13 plus 15 is a 28. Dividing by negative 7, we get that y is negative 4. All right. Okay. Next, step 3. This value that we got for y, we need to substitute it into any of the original equations. Well, it works best that we substitute it in for the result from step 1. Here we have x, here we have y, this says x equals. So now, substitute that result into step 1 equation, step 1 result. All right, so this y equals negative 4 is going to be substituted in place of that y, and that will yield x. So now I have the step 1 result. X equals negative 5 minus 2, but instead of this y, I will come with the fact that y is negative 4. Now we have a simple simplify on the right hand side. Using your calculator, negative 5 subtract 2 times negative 4, well, this product will be 8. Negative 5 plus 8 will be a positive 3. So we have that x is 3. Last step, step 4, verify. So I'm going to take my solution, which is 3, negative 4, and substitute it into both original equations. Well, my original equations are x plus 2y equals negative 5 and 3x minus y equals 13. Well, you can do this on your calculator. I'm going to show it by hand. So in place of x3 plus 2, in place of y, negative 4, 3 plus negative 8 will be a negative 5. This gives negative 5 equals negative 5. This is a true statement. On the right hand side, 3. Instead of x, what we believe x to be, which is 3, subtract. Y is a negative 4. Is that 13? Well, 3 times 3 is 9. Minus a negative is plus. This is 9 plus 4. This is 13. This statement is also true. So we see that this solution, 3, negative 4, satisfies both equations. I will come with one sentence to state that. Since 3, negative 4 satisfies both equations, it is the solution to the system.